Blessings and welcome to today's Sunday service short message from the heart of Mighty I Am Presence. Today's topic is taking a leap of faith. Before getting into this topic, I'd like to thank those of you who are returning to my channel, leaving comments, asking questions. I really appreciate it. And those of you who are new to my channel, thank you for being here. My channel is all about aligning with Mighty God presence and embodying that truth so that you can live a blessed life and pass on that blessings to others. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Leap of faith. In all of us, we have been given opportunity over and over and over to take a leap of faith. But doing so is scary for just about all of us. Taking a leap of faith means to fully trust and take that action, to be scared and do it anyway, to be nervous and do it anyway, to have no guarantee and do it anyway, to not be able to see what will happen, but do it anyway. Leap of faith is exactly that. Faith can only be demonstrated when you've taken that actionable step. But before doing so, all kinds of things happen to us. Sometimes we have an intuitive, strong voice on the inside that we need to do it. Yet it is not logical at all. Everything on our logical mind and our outside reality says no, but on the inside is yes, I have no choice but to do this. So there's this separation between the logic and illogic. And this is what throws us off. Yet to take a leap of faith, you must allow your outer senses that is tied to logic, that is tied to attachments of sight. You have to be able to close that off and be able to come on the inside and take that step of faith from there. So that means you are not going by sight. You are taking a step of faith. Faith means it is filled with trust, that internal trust. When you take that actionable step, then you will be able to see what faith made possible. Without taking that actionable step, you actually aren't going to be able to quantum jump this or quantum leap this or take a leap of faith. That's literally what that is. When we take a leap of faith, what we're doing, we are releasing what has been already in the invisible, blessed for us, that God Almighty has placed it in there, and we then give permission for it to come into the visible by that action we take. Yet often, because our five senses is very attached to being able to see result, and often we need to see it before we believe it. When we take a step of leap of faith, we have to believe it before we see it. This is a huge difference. And often we don't give ourselves the possibility of taking this action because we are much more comfortable in seeing first, then taking the action. Now, for those that choose to take that leap of faith, a few interesting things happen. For some, as they take that leap of faith, they find this exhilaration and this liberation right away. For those that take that leap of faith, they find this freedom on the inside because the pressure comes off. For others, when they take that leap of faith, they notice that their identities change immediately. They're no longer who they were before they jumped it. And they wonder, why hadn't I done this before? So then everything else starts showing up in their life. The other part that's very important when we take that leap of faith, we also have to allow our body to catch up as we jump and take that step. When we jump that step, all other things that are part of it begin to orchestrate themselves. And sometimes it's happening really, really fast and starts coming in at an exponential volume coming in. So to regulate yourself is really, really important. To remain in faith, that by taking that step of faith, you were able to open the space in you. And as you've opened it, God Almighty will also carry you. Because what happens usually, individuals' nervous system gets thrown out, their emotions get dysregulated, and the very thing that they jump for to be able to experience, they jeopardize it, or they compromise it, or they can't keep it, and they fall apart. I talk really in depth about this in my masterclass, as well as in my course series that is all about thoughts, emotions, and feelings, and how to self-master yourself. But for the purpose of this, I want you to remember that when you take a leap of faith, that actionable step allows you to break a pattern in you. And as you break that pattern in you, all kinds of other steps follows next. If you're finding relief, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Keep on going and keep putting God Almighty first in every part of the step, so that your human self can catch up to that part of you that you took an actionable step of faith to. So that way they are also in harmony and in alignment with each other. I trust this message helped you. For those of you that want to go much deeper, you can DM me and also take part in my masterclass coming up for 11/11. And that I'm going to dive deep into this space. Have a beautiful, blessed day. May God Almighty carry you as you take this step of faith, and you enjoy what is awaiting for you on the other side.